I think I was a little bit nervous about working with Susanna in the beginning.
You bring the money to us, we give you back the boy.
You'll be in so deep, you'll worry that you'll never get out.
I got nothing to lose.
What was so intriguing about The Night Manager for you?
I really loved the role, fundamentally. I just fell in love with it when I read it. I really wanted to work with Susanna Bier. And it's John le Carré, it's classic, it's a wonderful story. And it was an incredible cast, so, it was really an amazing combination.
Did you feel a certain kind of pressure working with all these very talented people?
No, I didn't feel pressure. I felt inspired, and I think they're all really amazing actors, really at the top of their game. And I learned a lot from working with them. They're all really beautiful people as well, which makes it easy to work with them. I think I was a little bit nervous about working with Susanna in the beginning. I just have so much respect for her, and I've watched her films for so long, and I was really intrigued as to how she got the performances out of her actors. I think I expected her to be a really sort of very harsh or, hard presence, and she's not. She's a beautiful woman. She's actually very maternal as the director as well, so, and nurturing, even though she's quite ruthless. I was a little bit nervous about that, but that went away as well.
The Night Manager is a very classic spy story, very elegant and stylish, and your character is sort of a femme fatale. How do you like to play this kind of role or this special character?
Well, femme fatale's always... I'm interested that you call her that. I think she sort of is. I suppose within the world of the genre, she is a sort of femme fatale. But what I really loved about Jed was the duplicity between who she really is and her real sort of internal life, and the persona that she's created in order to exist in Roper's world. And I think I was intrigued by the sort of competency with which she sort of flips in and out. And I suppose the wonderful thing to play as an actor was that as the story progressed and the stakes get higher and the danger is more extreme, that becomes more difficult to do for her, because she's juggling a relationship with Jonathan Pine and how she feels about him and how she feels about herself, and being confronted with what it is that Roper really does. And so, there's a lot of layers to her, which I really love to play.
So you would say that she follows her own agenda, but at the same time has to be careful to fulfill a certain role for her husband, Roper?
Yes, I think that Jed is a sort of survivor. I think the world that she has come from is so different to Roper's world. She is from the Midwest in America. She doesn't come from money at all. She has a son that she's left behind, who she had when she was very young. So I think her agenda predominantly is to survive. And with Roper, I think she saw a lifeline, that there's this man who has all this money, lives a life that's very easy if you follow the rules. And so I think her agenda is just sort of to keep paddling and sort of keep above water, which, like I said, becomes sort of more and more difficult to do the more conflicted she becomes about it. But I would say that is her agenda, yeah.
Was there a very good or very bad experience while filming The Night Manager? Something that stood out? Yeah,
I think shooting in Mallorca was pretty spectacular. There was one scene in episode 2 where they go to dinner in a restaurant that's above the ocean, that's just in Dea, which was incredible. And shooting there was, I think we all swam in the ocean the morning before we shot every night, so it was just a week of swimming in the ocean and working. Even though the scene we were shooting was really harrowing, so it was this sort of strange dual life we were living, I suppose. I also loved shooting in Marrakesh. It was amazing. And the desert was incredible to work in. It was hard, though. It's quite grueling, and it was, really hot, but it looks amazing on camera, and that's what's important.
You're doing a lot of work for movies and TV. Do you yourself have a favorite TV show, or maybe a show you would like to be part of?
I do actually watch a lot of TV. I just finished watching Luther, and I have a huge crush on Idris Elba. He's incredible in it. I really, really love British television. I think they do gritty crime dramas so well. I think so much better than anyone. And I just... Broadchurch as well, which I only finished watching. I mean, started watching after I'd worked with Olivia, thank God, because I would have been really starstruck.
Did you ask her some questions about it?
No, because when I first met her and we were working together, I hadn't ever watched it. We just didn't have it on TV in Australia, I suppose. So. But when I did finish working with her, I thought, now I can watch it and not be distracted.
I just heard that you've been cast in Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2. Could you tell us something about this?
I can't tell you anything about the role.
Oh, that's sad.
I know, it's sad. I know. But it's great. It's a wonderful group of people, and I'm really excited about it.
Okay. And you have a new TV show coming up called The Katherine Incident.
Yes.
Could you tell us something about this?
I can, yes. That is an Australian TV production. We shot it entirely in Tasmania. It's a really kind of unique Australian drama. It's basically a homecoming story. So I play an Australian who lives in London. She's sort of expat and really complicated character. She suffered really intense trauma as a child to do with the death of her sister, and she developed a kind of psychosis as a result, and then is drawn back to her hometown and then linked to another murder. So it's a kind of murder mystery thriller drama, I suppose. But I'm really proud of it. I think it's a really beautiful show and really unique for Australia to sort of create a really multi-dimensional, long sort of mini-series, I suppose. And it's full of really wonderful Australian actors as well.
Okay. Thank you. Sounds very interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. You come into our lives, everyone's attracted to you.
War is spectator sport. We are emperors of Rome.
What do you want, Miss Berg?
I want to make you an offer. Bring down Richard Roper. I want to put you inside his operation.
My name's Pine. I'm the night manager.